All right, here you go. All right, so now I'm going to use somebody's phone for note. All right. So
Trying to get
basically,
Marcy.
we want to welcome everyone. It's good to be here, and I'm seeing a wide variety of herbs. Let me somebody's phone with that with is that a tablet?
No, sir.
I didn't know. All right. So basically,
Oh,
we're gonna be doing we're gonna be doing the herb identification,
when
and we are going to be doing the uh, we're gonna be doing herb identification. And we're also gonna try to see how many of the herbs from the 120 list that we can identify.
oh.
All right. Oh, so what? No, this one, the one with the actual notes in it.
Oh,
This one.
yeah, that one has it.
All right.
I think I did minimize it. Sorry.
Oh, okay. Good.
Is that Sisunda?
Yes.
Yes.
So,
Man,
so
I have
one,
about 10 to 9 yards. Just
yeah.
yeah, just pop up.
Well, one of the first thing, I said the person is if you notice, I have a software on my phone. It's called Leaf Snap,
Mm-hmm.
which I encourage. Now, how is Leaf Snap able to identify plants? Because again, we talk about technology, and we say there is absolutely no new technology under the sun. What Leaf Snap does is that Leaf Snap modifies the existing principles, the existing technology exists, and that is how you're able to identify a plant. Now, anybody remember any of the key features? We're not going to use Leaf Snap. What they ask you to do when you're going to identify the plant?
I've never used it.
Never use it. Never use it. You use it
I have
before.
picture this.
Picture this,
Yes.
same thing.
Picture this. Yeah.
Yeah, I have
When you're going to use it, the software, what do they ask you to pay attention to?
if it's alternately, if the leaves are alternating.
Mm, no, with the camera, with the position on the camera. What do they tell
Oh,
you to do?
Focusing on the leaves.
Focusing on the leaves. What else? Focusing on the flowers.
mm.
So the algorithm of the software
Oh, understood.
basically
Yeah.
is mapping the structure of the plant. So what it
And
does
then not
is
tap it
that
back.
it captures, it's like the same face recognition software. What it does is that it has built-in algorithms that are looking for particular features of the plant.
Mm.
And these features of the plant is what allows it to pretty much, because what it does is that it's not very accurate, but it's accurate enough, because what it does is that after you take the picture and it does the analysis from its algorithm database, what it does is that it will give you options, and it still depends on you to some extent to choose the right plant.
Mm.
So that's basically what we're going to be doing today. So to the average person, most herbs look the same. And the reason they look the same is because they don't know what to look for. So when you're going to try to ID a plant, the first thing that you want to do is you want to look at the leaves. So you want to look at the features of the leaves include the vein structure. How are the veins arranged on the leaves? What's the shape of the leaves? What's the arrangement of the leaf? How does the edges of the leaf look? And then the last thing, how are the leaves arranged on the stem? So for example, you're gonna look at this herb here. There are many herbs that will look like it. As a matter of fact, look at this leaf here and look at this leaf here. Do they look alike?
Yeah.
But they are not the same. And they look alike because what happened is that, let's look at the leaf structure. So this leaf is what we call spear shape. That's why it looks alike. And this one is spear shape.
Yes.
So they look alike. This one has what is called serrated
Yes.
edges.
Right.
So the leaves, the edges are serrated.
Yeah.
And this one, the leaves are also serrated. But if you look on the shape of the leaves, even though they are spear shaped, this one is more spear shaped than this one.
Means thinner.
Yeah. So this is thinner and longer. This is shorter. Right? Also, if you notice, it kind of have a V. Has a V look, whereas this one is open. Right? You can also look on the structure of the vein. So these are what we call a parallel You have what is called net-like. So these are parallel. They're running like that. These are also parallel, right? But so when you're looking at the plant, you're looking at the shape of the leaves. The first thing you want to look at is the shape of the leaves.
And then
Um,
the pattern in the leaf itself.
and then the vein structure. So you're looking at the shape of the leaf, the edges of the leaf, and then you're looking at the vein structure of the leaves. So when the algorithm is scanning, those are what it looks for. So this is what we call a spear-shaped leaf. All right. Here is one over here. This leaf. This is a hard shape.
So that's a vine though now.
It's a vine. No, but you don't look at the vine, you look at the leaf.
Oh.
So in studying the plant, we're gonna move from the leaf, then the flower,
Then the stem.
then the stem.
Okay. Leaf, flower, stem.
Yeah, so that's the order in which you identify the plant. You look at the right. So look on the. So if you look on this one, look at this. This is a vine too.
Yes.
This is a vine, and this is a vine. So to the person who is not paying attention, they will say, "Oh, but they're the same thing."
Mm-mm.
No.
They look a little different.
Yes, this actually has a waxy coating,
Mm-hmm.
And thicker,
and thicker leaf,
vein,
thicker
and-
vein.
and the pattern on the leaf is different. Big difference from the heart shape leaf.
Yeah, this is more netted. We call this
Right.
more netted, even though this is netted as well. But the edges of the leaf.
Yeah, that one I have serrated and that one smooth.
Mhm. So these are heart shape. Then you have hand shape. See if we can fit for
Would you consider that one hand shape?
Yes.
With the,
Yeah. This is a hand shape. One, two, three, four, five, like fingers. So this is what we call a hand shape. All right. So basically, what we do is we look at the leaves, then we look at the flowers. We don't see any. Okay.
Would they all have flowers?
Yeah, at some point.
Really?
Yeah, because they
Look
would
at
be
this
a
one.
fruit.
That look like herb.
Yeah, this is this herb
That
is
look like a cannabis, I mean. Cannabis
it's
plant.
yeah. We see
the
notice
leaves.
it has a,
Yeah.
yeah, and if you crush it and smell, it's called spider plant.
Really?
Mhm.
Okay.
I think not this one, but it also carries a very strong scent like the marijuana. This one,
Nice one.
we're also really looking at harvesting, and when we look at harvesting, there are certain things we're looking for. And you want to jumble it, but I'm gonna mention it because we see this one now. What do you notice about this herb? Color,
Light green,
light
pale.
green,
Mhm.
pale green, yellow.
Yeah.
That's not a good herb to harvest
No?
Oh,
because it
Not
doesn't.
a lot of
this-
chlorophyll.
You're exactly. So the soil on which it is being
Aye.
grown
Okay.
would not have a lot of minerals.
nourishment.
I'm gonna see if I can find another one so you can make a comparison. This one is not good to harvest. It's yellow. Also, when you look at the leaves, it's curled here, damaged, which suggests insects and so on.
So before
wouldn't
you
be-
harvest, you have to check the whole plant.
Yeah, it wouldn't be good to harvest here any at all because we're on the road, and you don't harvest
Oh.
herbs where people walk and where animals can traverse. All right. This is a herb called John Charles.
Oh, you always talk about that.
Yeah, that's a famous John
That's
Charles.
on the list.
Yeah, it's on the list. So that's it over there too. This is one of, I mean, the absolute.
What's the benefits of that?
It's good for cold, and it's a decongestion. So we use it in our formulas for persons who have coughing. It is extremely good for getting rid of coughing. You don't need to use it more than 2 times. Doesn't
Green
matter
or
how much
dry?
the person dry. Doesn't matter how badly the person is coughing, and you give them this.
You buy them coughing body and you pick the green thing. You can't use it?
No, because remember now you're
The
planning
fountains?
about all right, so it's a very good question. You weren't here the last time. Now Rory said that there's a very thin line between a medicine and food.
Yes.
Good. Now herbs when they are young, most herbs when they are young are food.
And
And
I
most
remember you making that
right,
point,
most
right.
vegetables when they become old,
Mhm.
they become herbs, or they're more used as herbs.
Mm.
So what's the difference between herbs. So you have what is called nutritional plants, and you have what is called nutraceutical plants.
Yes,
or-
yes, yes.
Right.
yes,
So what
okay.
happens is that when the herb is young, the chemical constitution is very different from when it is old.
Mhm.
When it is young, the medicine is not as strong, it's not as potent. And what you're going to find is that because the herb tell you when it is more medicinal than when it is more nutritional.
How does it tell you that?
It tells you because the texture of the plant changes. When the plant is more nutritional, it's more palatable to eat it. So let's look on this plant here. Let's look on this. Both of them are this. This is one John Charles. This is another John Charles. This could be used as a vegetable now because it's more tender and soft. The softer and the more tender the plant is the more palatable it is.
So like all the blue vervain that's in my yard now. we can just
Vegetable,
cut it and
yeah, can
make
be used.
steam.
Yeah, steam as a vegetable.
Okay.
So when I mean palatable, what happens is that we're
Even
talking
though it's
about
in flour?
no, if it's in flower, it's mature.
Mature.
That's another sign that is telling you that it's too old.
Okay.
So usually before the plant flowers, it's a vegetable. So
Okay.
it's tender, it's softer, and not only that, it tastes better. So what you will find, when we say that most plants, you will find as the plants get older, it takes on a bitterish taste. That bitterish taste that you're tasting, which chemical is responsible for bitter again? Glucosides, glycosides.
Glycoside?
Glycosides. So once you start to taste the plant becoming more bitterish, it means that the glycoside content of the plant start to increase. Glycosides can be toxic for the liver because what you're doing is that you're putting too much pressure on the liver to digest those chemicals.
Okay.
So when it is younger and tender, there is less
Smoother.
medicines.
Can move through.
Yes, less medicines. So what you'll find is that the plant is softer. So this is soft. You can take this and taste it. You can taste it.
It don't look like it tastes nice at all.
No man, it's flavorful.
Yes, sir.
I'll take a look.
What kind of flavor? True.
So
Hey, jackfruit.
Smells good though.
No, taste bad.
because it's an aromatic.
Oh.
If you taste the tip of the plant,
Look at your face.
It's like mint.
very good. It's from the mint family.
Yeah. Okay.
And we're going to go into that. This is actually very strong. So
Very strong, yes.
very strong. So what you're tasting is what we call aroma. And aromatic, what's the chemical responsible again for aromatics?
Essential oils.
Essential oils and volatile oils. Right? So volatile and essential oil. Most volatile and essential oils are good for the stomach. They help to settle the stomach.
Oh, okay.
They also help with the breaking up of mucus. Because what happened is that our ancestors, when they studied herbs, it was the 5 senses that they used.
Yes, I remember it.
Right? So once I taste the plant is telling me what it is used for. So the 2 basic rules are, you want to look at it before it's flowering. When it's young and tender, it's a vegetable. So nearly all the plants that grow wild are vegetable in their tender state. And as they become older, the constitution of the chemicals change. It becomes more stronger. And so what happens is that the herbs now become more medicinal. Now, because they are more medicinal, what has to happen? Hey, sir.
Aye.
What has to happen as it becomes more medicinal is that you have to now allow it to dry, to allow some of the very strong chemicals to leave the plant so that it's less toxic on the liver. Because remember that what happens is as more chemicals and more work, so you end up developing cirrhosis or damaging the liver. So when you dry it, what happens now is that a lot of the chemicals is now easier for the body to handle, but guess what happens now? You have to use a smaller amount. When the plant is in its nutritional state, you can eat a lot.
Okay.
When you're eating callaloo, you don't take a teaspoon of callaloo.
No, you eat a whole lot.
Yeah, you don't take a
plant down and
Yeah, you don't take a handful of pak choy.
No.
You eat to full your belly.
Yeah.
You understand? And it won't hurt you because it's a nutritional. No, that same callaloo or that same pak choy, if you leave it and leave it for it to seed up, if the first thing is that if you try to cook it, the first thing you're gonna realize is the taste is different. It's bitterish. The second thing you're gonna realize is that the texture is different. It's more fibrous. So it's not easy to chew and it's not easy to digest. Again, it's telling your body, don't do that. If you eat that amount of callaloo or that amount of pak choy, it will get you sick. One, because your body can't digest it. And two, because you're ingesting far more chemicals than you're supposed to. In that form, so the major difference between medicine and plant, the major difference between the medicine and the vegetable is that the constitution of the plant changes. And so you have to eat less. All right, so this herb is a mint. Remember we spoke about mint? Mints have what? Square stems. Let's look on this. It has square stems. So you can look on the stem. Where's the pruning? Right.
Okay. So you have to look into it.
Right? So we're gonna cut piece of the mint. And as you can see,
This has some stuff on it though.
it has square stems.
Yes.
These leaves are not opposite, they're alternate.
Mm.
Right? But it's aromatic. So it has a very strong aroma. So this is a mint. And all mints have volatile essential oils. One beautiful thing about plants, as you study plants, when we're studying the families of plants, is that if you understand how the family behaves, you don't necessarily need to know all the plants by name to know the use of the plant. Because all plants of the same family pretty
Same
much function
characteristics.
similarly. There are differences, there are some slight differences. There are some slight differences because of the constitution or because of the presence of certain chemicals, more than some, but it's pretty much used the same. So if it is that you're gonna make a medicine for somebody that is coughing, because usually coughing comes with that. Mucus, what else coughing comes with?
Chest pain.
Chest pain.
Mhm.
So
Dry throat.
dry throat. So all of those are related. So all the mints would deal with that. So for example, this would be a carminative. It would help to, it's anti-congestive. It doesn't so much break up mucus. So what you're gonna need to do maybe is find another mint family herb that would do a better job at breaking up the mucus. You understand? So maybe you might want to use spearmint or peppermint, which is very rare. So now you start to see how formulation makes sense, because you're seeing how plants from the same family are from the same group of chemicals. When you combine them, there's what we call synergy, which is how plant chemicals work to enhance other plant chemicals. Yeah, so we call it the synergistic property of the herbs. And that is what, as a herbalist, that is what takes years to perfect. Because you will have to go through a number of plants, unless you got it from somebody who made perfect it years before. And that is the reason why it's important when herbalists work together. And that is why it's important when persons take notes. Because if you made a medicine and all of your life you perfected the medicine just for cold and you documented that, somebody down the road, and that's why traditional Chinese medicine is so powerful, because everything that they did, they documented it. They're not telling us. So we're talking about the herbs. So we're talking about the herb. We haven't spoken about the time. We're also going to talk about the time to harvest it. I might just have to just throw in everything, even and not be able to follow it sequentially in the notes. But I'm going to try to do it, not do it that way. All right. So here's another. So hold this on me. So this is John Charles. Again, this is a disease, John Charles. So in harvesting it, we would want to harvest this. Because so bring it.
What is this on it?
Fungus.
Yeah,
It's
it's
a
a fungus. I don't remember what it's called, but it's a fungus. It affects bigger plants too. Yeah. All right, hold on. These are scaly bugs.
I was wondering. I said,
Yeah,
you sure it's
so
fungus or
it's
not?
an insect. It's insects. I'm on it. So what it's gonna do is suck the leaf, and it's going to cause the plant, the leaf, it's gonna damage the leaf. Again, if you look on this plant, it wouldn't be a good place to harvest because of the color of the leaves.
Yeah.
Yeah. The color of the leaves, these yellow leaves, these patches on the leaf would indicate that this is not a good plant.
But somebody cut some pieces off it already.
Yeah, to harvest from. This is a good leaf. This is a good plant. So look at this one now. It's dark green. And the leaves are all beautiful, but I'm sure it's gonna catch a disease not long from this. So when I look at the
I can put this one back, please.
yeah,
I'm not carrying a disease
that
home
one.
with me. Thank you.
All right, so we look at the heart shape.
It's a good
But the one we
example,
had
you know.
before was a
Hmm?
was a
Yeah,
good
Sharon,
one.
it's a good example to have still enough so you can compare the two.
Yeah, the disease.
A healthy and a disease.
Right.
I don't want to carry
So
no
you wanna
disease
She don't
home
want
to
it
my
home.
plant, to my garden.
Me hold
You
on to
want
the
it, fine.
disease.
All right, let's
And
run.
a disease in our bugs.
We'll cut away name.
Some bugs.
That,
Just
cut off a piece of the healthy
The
one
good
for me,
one.
please.
This one.
Yeah.
But that one was one too, you know.
Mhm.
The one we tasted from earlier, the same thing.
So we can compare.
All right, so that's a so this so
I'm
we're
carrying
not,
it into home. I don't know
we're
if
not
it's
we're
ready.
not
sure anyone
seeing
wants to
that
take a
much.
picture?
Don't look
Oh,
too
it's
happy with
insects.
your
Yeah,
Yes.
some
Yeah, that's it.
Oh,
bugs,
It's a bug. That's why I
white
don't want to
bugs
carry
or
it home.
something like
I
that. Him said.
understand. Oh, I thought it was just
all right. So so this plant by the way, devil's horsewhip.
Oh, that's devil's house. Okay. That's guinea hen weed.
Devil's
No.
horsewhip. So so that's an example of a round leaf. Round leaf. And it's very good for women with female complaints. The seeds, it's also a food too. But these seeds are edible. Yeah, and it's from the amaranth family. Come from the same amaranth family. This plant here.
Really?
Same from like couscous and quinoa and
Callaloo.
callaloo come from.
That's good for menopause.
Menopause. No, it's for menstrual cramps. So what you can do is you can get off the seeds
From there?
and cook them like rice.
Really?
Yeah.
So what's the best
They
part?
have
The
this
leaves
prickly-
or the stem? That thing there.
The
They have
leaves we
this-
use, the leaves and the
The
root.
leaves.
So they have this prickly thing about it, Doc. Like
Oh
a
yes.
maca.
When we were children, we used to cut this off and say, hold this to me.
Hey.
And you hold and dry.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Wicked.
Yeah. As a kid, you do crazy stuff.
Crazy pranks.
And full up and all.
So this is on the list, the 120. Here's another one. This is from the Malio family. This is called
That's brown.
broomweed.
Oh, okay.
It's broomweed. Yeah. And broomweed, can you count the petals?
2, 4, 6, 8, 10.
1, 2, 3, 4,
12,
5. 5 of them. 5 petals.
Oh, the flower.
Yeah. So it's from the parsley family. Right, there's a compound stamen. It's a mallow. It's from the mallow family. Mallow.
This is changed.
Mallows.
And
This comes from the same family that hibiscus come from.
Really? Okay.
And they are usually good anti-inflammatory herbs. So they're good for inflammation. The leaves produce a kind of gel
Doc,
in the
I
beat.
saw the one seed back a leaf. See there?
Trancapedia, this one.
Yes. Talk about that one, no?
All right, so what we notice about that leaf structure?
this one.
Pinnate.
Yeah, pinnate.
Chanca Pedro.
Looks like opposite leaves.
Yeah, opposite. So it's a pinnate. We call them pinnate. Most plants that have pinnate leaves are from the pea family.
But look here,
So
why
they
we
grow
call
apart.
it seed back a leaf. Watch it.
Oh yeah.
On the back, look. See the seeds there?
So when you actually
That's supposed to
harvest
be
it,
for treating kidney
kidney
disease
stones.
and so. Huh?
So below the leaves are these. It carries the seeds under the leaves. called a changa piedra chamba bitter, so it's actually bitter, and it's used to remove kidney stones.
Stone
So you have to
palm bark,
dry
right?
that to use
You have to
green.
dry this.
That's
And
a
it-
stone palm
It
bark.
doesn't grow
Yes,
very.
stone palm bark.
It doesn't grow very big.
No, if it's under a shaded area and it's competing for light, then it will grow.
The flower, the yellow flower there. What's
This
what?
one
What's that?
is
That's intense.
this is one from the Daisy family.
Mm-hmm.
So this is this is from a herb called marigold.
Okay. So it would be the same as the Spanish needle and the
So that's a Asta family.
chamomile.
Asta, right? It's Asta. So this is from the Asta family.
Asta. Okay.
Astas, right? They have compound, multiple petals.
What is the petal or the leaves?
The leaves, and it's also a vegetable because I like to identify. It's also a food. It's also edible. Let me see if I can find it. Yeah.
There are a lot of them down here.
Oh, see them here, yeah, man. Marigold.
Careful how you
The
walk.
marigold is supposed to be good for heart disease.
There,
so
guys.
don't
Yeah.
On the step here.
Mhm.
Dog, you leave them stuff
Yeah.
behind.
So it is a vegetable when it's young. Can be cooked just like callaloo.
This year, I know what that we could have just stick it up and
Yeah.
fry
No,
it up.
no. I don't even notice the amount of food we've come across already.
Yeah.
So the whole myth, food shortage is a myth. Because everything here says edible. Everything. Everything here is a vegetable. And this is why it's important for us to learn. Because whereas we have the food in our yard, we pass this to go to the market. Can you imagine at a time of austerity, at a time of serious, and not only that, this is what we call alkaline vegetable. So this is alkaline, meaning that it has a
Yeah,
higher
see.
concentration of
Thanks.
oxygen in it.
Yeah.
The next thing is that these are not genetically modified.
Aye.
So they won't alter your DNA. You understand? These won't alter your DNA. In other words, this is what. So I mean, to live right is cheap because all of what we've identified here is all edible.
All my years, I didn't know these things were edible.
So you can just you just grow them.
You get lost in the jungle, you're good.
Yeah.
You have them a country wild, not
and
knowing.
this one we used to eat them as kids. This one, the mallow.
Yeah,
These
oh, the
as
flower.
children we eat them.
Oh, never know
Yeah.
that one.
It's the same broom.
Broomweed.
Oh, okay.
I didn't know that.
So we have this one is called burdock.
Yes,
Let
I
me
always
see
hear you talk
burdock.
about
See it here.
burdock.
Really?
Wow.
It's burdock.
I didn't know we have burdock in
The
Jamaica.
root. We
Yeah,
use.
use the root.
Yeah, I use
Mhm.
burdock root too.
Yeah, so that's burdock.
Which one's the bird up?
This one.
This one. Let me
It's
see
a
if I can
several
see
of
it.
them.
Let me see if I can find it with the flower on it, with the
Okay.
seed on it. It grows some burr seed on it.
I need to pull up a
See it here
sucker.
again. This burdock. Right. This one that you're seeing here is this cat's tongue. Yeah, all right. So another thing you notice about the leaf, you notice about it have a purple streak in it.
Yes.
Most herbs that have purple are good for the liver and the blood. So that's why we call it plant signature. So if you're in the wild, yeah, so this is burdock again. If you're in the wild, then the plants tell you what they're
What you said, liver and blood?
liver and the blood. I'm trying to see if I can find one
What's this one?
with the burr on it.
Wow, it's tough.
Oh yeah, see it here, come here. See the board in here. So this is one of the easiest way to identify the burdock.
This.
And it's very sticky.
Oh, that's the big one.
Yeah. Oh,
No,
see the
come
flower
back,
here?
Come back, no, come give me back your hand. Sorry. I'm putting it in the group. Sorry. Hold it there.
Yeah, see the flower of the burdock here?
Oh, it's tiny.
This is, you have two type of burdock. You have You have the major burdock and you have the minor burdock. This is like a minor burdock. The major burdock flower would be bigger.
So this one that you cut off a while ago was not flowers. It was what?
The bar, the fruit.
Eventually, this turns flower.
Yeah, it opens and become flower. And we use the leaf, the root,
I'm sorry.
for the liver and the kidneys are diuretic. So we look at what the leaf structure, vein,
Because that kind
edges.
over there.
Mhm.
What's this one here? Though?
Let's not see it
Which
properly.
one?
That this big fat green. This
This one, no man, I don't remember the name of it. You know. It grows mostly in high elevation and it loves shade. I don't remember the name of it. But here's another one. Everybody know this one. Where is it? I just see it a while ago. You know.
Porta bush. This one.
No, this one.
Oh, dog blood.
Right, that's the dog blood.
oh, that's it.
Oh, but
Okay.
it just don't have on
The
the
berries
red
as yet.
red berries. Yes.
And this one is desmodium or strongback. This one is a flower in here.
Mm-hmm.
This one here. That one.
This one, the
That
one with the
little one.
white thingy.
Oh, trying to catch it on the camera.
Again, you notice that. Again, you notice they grow a purple flower.
What you said that one is?
This one, desmodium, is good for men. It's
So
good for the liver.
Is
It's
that
good
the trees around it?
No, yeah. And you have a whole heap of, maybe we'll see some more, but you see, I'm going to show you a couple more variety of them. There's maybe about 20 of them in Jamaica. It's
Oh yeah,
good.
my father told me that.
Yeah, so this is the flower, the desmodium. They call it flat burr. Yeah, they call it flat burr. And it's good for sexual performance in men. It's good for the liver and it's good for the blood.
So you'd have to go buy the Viagra, huh?
Yeah, this is
What
good
is the
enough.
name of this again?
Desmodium. They call it strongback.
Yeah, put the infamous strong back.
This one, no?
See right there with
The one with the purple flower.
This
The one with the purple. Yeah.
All right, look at
Yeah,
this
same
one.
to here too.
Oh yeah, man,
Yeah,
that's the one.
Yeah. That one I just stepping on. It's on the list too. This one, if you can say a big one. This is called
Hops.
wild hops.
Oh, that's the wild hops. Okay, that used for beer. And so.
Yeah, the hops they use for beer, but the wild hops is used for the liver and it's used for headache. Used for headache.
What kind of headache though? Like migraine and
Yeah,
so.
I don't my headache. And you know, hops.
Wild hops.
That one is very good. We use it a lot. Let me see, okay. So we can go back down here. So let me show you. Remember we talk about the purple flower and we talk about the.
Which one, Dr. Green there?
Oh, and by the way, the purple.
The same.
The same strong back.
Yeah,
same
you see
strong
the purple that you're seeing in there indicates that it's high in zinc.
The purple
Oh.
flower or the
Yeah,
purple.
purple
flower
flowers.
mean okay.
More, that's why they're good for men.
Okay.
And they're good for the urea for men because it's a content of zinc. So let me see if you look even this one, the Mimosa pudica, Shemo darling. Which family is this from again?
Oh, Shemo lady.
Yeah, which family is it from? P family. Yeah, they grow pods. All herbs on the P family grow pods. They grow their seeds in pods.
The Shemo lady is for what again?
It's good for nerves.
Oh, so you could use
Good
it
for
with
pain.
rosemary.
Yeah, it's good for nerves. It's good for pain.
But dry though.
Yeah, dry. We use the root.
The
And
root.
yeah,
Okay,
and it's
not
good.
the leaves.
It's also an aphrodisiac as well.
The root too.
This one
Mhm.
is dog. Right, dog? So dog. Dog blood.
Dog blood.
I use
Desmodium.
the dog blood with a red flower.
Mhm. Red.
No,
Good
red
for-
berries.
red berry.
Red berries.
Mhm.
Yeah, but it's
when-
not
when it
mature
come
enough,
up,
so it doesn't
it's
have the
not mature. When
berries.
it come up, it have the red berries on it.
Mhm.
Which
This one I don't know what it's called, but it's good for the
They're
prostate.
very fine
Um,
leaves.
Oh.
Something
When you touch it,
um,
they close up.
what do you call
Oh,
again?
okay. Oh, okay. And there's another. What name you know?
Remember the name of it? Yeah, something star grass. This one is good for the prostate. Mm-mm, no,
Which
not,
one?
no, not grass, not umbrella plant.
Umbrella plant, good for what? Prostate?
No,
No, this isn't. You're
yeah,
trying to
umbrella
remember the
plant, that's
name.
it, yeah, umbrella,
Umbrella
plant.
plants. Oh.
Yeah, it's good for the prostate. Umbrella. Look like a umbrella.
It does look
spokes.
like umbrella.
Mhm. So yeah, all right.
But
So,
that's
Sir, what's
dry
that
again
one? The
too?
broadleaf
all right,
one.
so here's a round leaf.
That's dry again, doc.
Huh?
The
So
umbrella.
this is a round leaf. What about vein structure it has? Netted. This is a famous cow foot.
Oh.
And this is good for inflammation. The family is coming the Piper family. I did this one. This is guaco.
Oh, the maroons use it for soap.
This is
Yeah,
guaco.
that's
Yeah.
the one I posted yesterday. Yeah?
Mhm.
Already, right?
It's a diuretic, but it's good for the skin. This is snake whisk
I
or
heard,
snake vine.
I heard that one is very bitter though.
Which one?
The,
Guaco.
Guaco?
Yeah, bitter. Mhm.
so that's guaco and it's
Is the same
snake
one that
wood.
you use the root and it's good for cold?
No, we use the leaves.
Oh.
Where's the umbrella plant for again?
Prostate.
That's guaco and the other one
But
is
that would have to
the
be
snake
dry,
wood.
right?
Yeah.
Pretty much everything he
Yeah, no, I
recommends
just
dry.
double checking
Yeah,
because
if it's medicinal,
I'm
remember?
so used to it
Yeah.
at home and you use it for decorations, for
Okay.
church and
Yeah, what color is this one?
This is the
Umbrella plant for prostate.
Iron and zinc.
Something pepper, some
I'm
kind of
sorry.
pepper thing on it.
No, that's the famous Duppy gun.
Oh, really?
Mhm.
Oh.
Bring a machete, come. And just dig it up for me.
no, you only have to work,
upcoming.
work harder. Oh,
Let me tell you what it's mostly known as though.
Oh, sorry, I'm shaking up this. Duppy gun.
this is the big one.
Mm-hmm. All right.
The root.
Oh,
What it look like to you?
almost like
Like cassava.
Like a,
yeah, or sweet potato.
So the other name for it is the Jamaican ginseng.
oh.
So it's an aphrodisiac.
Okay.
So you take off these tubers
Uh-huh.
and you take them as an aphrodisiac at it. It's also very good for boosting sex drive, but too much of it can give you a thing called dry back.
Dry who? So after you try to find the oil in your back, it dry out.
No, it make you ejaculate so much
Uh-oh.
Okay.
You know
you
that
end
man
up,
say
yeah,
you dry up
you
yourself?
end up with a thing called dry back.
Wow.
So you have to be careful with this one.
Is that
But
too,
me know,
is
none
that
of
too young?
none of would want this. So.
Is that too young?
Alright,
Is this too young or you have to make it mature?
No, this is mature.
I'm teasing him. You can take it. You can
Yeah,
take it.
so that's the duppy
Okay, now we make
that's the
up.
duppy gun.
Yeah,
They call it duppy gun.
And they pop the
Yeah,
thing on
because
it.
these are green.
Yeah.
But if this was dry
So like
and you throw it in water, it pops open. So it makes a popping
Oh, they are
sound.
dry ones, so we need to save that so we
Right.
can test
If you,
it,
so if you
Michael.
put it in water in a little while, we can get some water.
oh,
and
you
drop
mean
this in.
the yes,
dry
yes, yes,
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we used to do
Yeah,
that.
that way
That's
of
good.
Yeah.
propagating.
Makes a popping sound.
Yeah, that way
Duppy
of
sound.
propagating.
Right. So that's the
Which one is that vine?
This is
The
the
guaco.
no
this is the
Desmodium
strong.
strong back. Yeah. And then again, this is the
This
this is the wild hops.
Wild hops.
This is good for nerves. Very good for nerves.
Which one?
This one.
The wild hops. Porter bush.
Oh, the same one we saw up there.
And then everybody know this one. Virgin. purple vermilion.
Yes. Mine are so
Oh.
big though, like this, you know.
So
Eh?
hold on there.
Yes.
It's different from the blue one.
Well, blue, purple. So again, it has high levels of sulfur and high levels of zinc.
So,
Again.
so somebody like me who gets so much skin problems, that's good for me then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The strong back comes in a vine.
No.
This,
what is this
yeah, it's a
one?
vine, yeah.
Really?
Right. It's a
Yeah, but there are
vine.
different types of it, you know.
So which one is break off? No, it broke off the vine. I took it up with the vine.
Yeah, man.
Oh.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'll see if we see any more.
And
Well,
strong
well,
vine.
don't drink that bush then.
I'll see if we see
It's too
any more.
stronger.
Stronger back.
Strong back.
All right, so again now, what about yellow flowers?
Urinary.
Urinary tract system. This is Damiana. So this herb is telling you that it's good for the urinary tract system. So if we don't know the name of it, you know what it's good for. And that's all. And then remember now that how plants got their name and why plants have various common names is based on how it benefited them.
Mm.
So this plant that has a yellow flower could be called golden pee because the flower looks like a pee when it's golden.
Mhm.
Okay.
You get me?
Mm.
It has a very strong.
Mm-hmm.
That's medicine.
You can actually smell
Can you,
it from
can you
here.
click
Yeah.
Wanna
where's the
smell
clipper?
it?
Let me carry it home and dry it out. So it's good for urinary tract infection. And,
Yeah. Again, it's good for sex drive.
Careful. Mixing your chest down.
You know, I don't believe that though.
Why?
Yeah, this
It don't
one-
work for everybody. I drink it
This
and
one,
it
I
don't.
don't remember the name of this one right now. If I'm doing a video, I can put it up. Because we don't use it that much. But this
Really?
herb is maybe one of the most popular herb used for fertility in women.
What's this?
Mm.
I don't remember the name of it.
Can you use the app to?
No, if you use it up, it's gonna give you something else.
Something
I'll try
else,
it, but I know
okay.
the name of it. I just don't remember it.
All right.
But this herb,
Not to give
is
name.
used
I put it
a-
in the group, so you put the name and you remember.
Yeah. yeah, but this herb is used a lot for boosting fertility. It's used with dog blood, by the way. It grows some
Oh.
berries on it that look similar to they call
The
it
berries are
inflammation
green
weed.
now.
Yeah,
You're
they
there.
call it. I'm not saying I don't know the name. I don't know the scientific name, but it's called inflammation weed. It looks almost identical to dog blood. The berry looks identical
When
to
it
dog
ripes.
blood. Yeah. The only difference is that when you squeeze it, there's no sap coming from it, but it's red just
Oh.
like the dog blood. So it's used with the dog blood
Your tongue still feeling the taste of the other thing. that
from
we
the
did?
from the the tasting the
Yeah.
John Charles. What it do to your tongue?
No, it feels tingling
Yeah,
still.
you didn't eat that much. That's why. You
And
didn't
on
eat
the-
the tip.
I actually swallowed mine.
Yeah, you didn't eat that much. So when you
No.
eat it,
No,
Kinda
you
have
probably
like a
didn't chew it up
wrinkles,
on that.
kinda have
Yeah.
like
Chew
a
it up on
wrinkles
the
aftertaste.
right?
Yeah.
So it's the oil, the essential oil. So that you can get oil from.
Mm.
What we should say also is that when you interact with the plants, it also kind of give you an idea as to what is the best form or best mode of delivery. Because the fact that you taste so much oil suggests that if you're
Still on
gonna
my lips.
if you're gonna make a medicine with that, it's best to use it in its oil form. Because all plants have alcohol, oil, and water. That's why you used to decide whether you're gonna do a capsule, a decoction, or infusion. You understand? The decoction is when you boil it. So if the plant is more, and this is if like when you crush it, that strong flavor. This again, once you crush it, all that strong is essential oils. So this medicine is best delivered because the best way to deliver it is based on what preserves the quality of the plant. What's the best modality that preserves the active ingredients in the herb? So oils tend to retain
The active ingredient.
the active ingredients.
It's
So
a
this
better
would,
carrier.
yeah. So this would
Okay.
best be used as a carrier, as a oil. If you can't make an oil from it, then the best thing would be as a capsule. Because with a capsule, they tend to retain a lot of the properties. And again, even how you prepare the herb, if you prepare the herb, using heat to crush it, the more it's exposed to heat, is the more you lose the properties of it. All right, so alcohol is not in a good form because remember, alcohol. If the spirit, if I was to squeeze this plant and put the fluid on your skin, it would just vaporize because it's alcohol, and the alcohol will just vaporize quickly. So you know you have alcohol,
Morning,
you have
morning.
alcohol, you have oil, and you have water. So that determines that kind of gives you an idea as a person making medicine, what's the best modality, what's the best way of delivering this herb to a person. So that is why again why tincture is such a good option because when you tincturize, remember when you tincturize, you don't have to use alcohol. You can use what else? Vinegar. Yeah,
Straight white vinegar or ACV.
straight white vinegar. So you can use vinegar as your
Base.
you call it
Extra.
yeah extract. No, we use another word. Menstruum, but we use another word. That thing that break down solvent.
Oh,
Oh, right.
Right.
yeah.
Right, so you can alcohol is a very good solvent, vinegar is a very good solvent, water is a weak solvent, but you know
Because it vaporizes.
yes, yeah. So alcohol is very good. This is Aki. Well, no, we spoke about this one yesterday. This is the West Indian elm.
Oh,
What's that?
We're gonna try find
What's
one
that
to
good for?
the bark. Very good for the stomach. Very good for the stomach. All of these are medicine. You imagine Aki, good for high blood pressure. Breadfruit
Aki,
leaf, good for high blood
as
pressure.
in the leaf of the
Yeah,
Aki, good for high blood pressure.
Yeah, and
While it's young, right?
yeah, and even the breadfruit, that
Green
right
or
breadfruit
dry?
leaf, no, the right breadfruit leaf is
Yeah.
extremely good for high blood pressure.
Mom does reach a breadfruit leaf.
Yeah, if your blood pressure is up, you get it very quickly.
Right, breadfruit leaf.
All right, so here we are under the Ilan.
Oh no, man, I'm good.
Thank you very much. Right.
So when it's dried up, just boil it.
He mentioned
Watch him
the
on a
cocoa,
bone
right?
Mm-hmm.
All right, what's that?
Me no remember.
I'm trying to see if I can find this flower. And let you smell it. So
Is this it, for, sir? Is this the flower?
yeah. Yeah. Yeah, smell this, guys.
Oh, perfume.
This is what again? West Indian elm, you say?
It's sweet.
Yeah, man.
Mm-hmm.
Very nice aroma. This is what they used to make Chanel number 5.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a very expensive herb. Very, very expensive. So you can actually get that and infuse it to make your own body oil or cologne.
Okay.
What the district name again?
Yeah. And it grows wild in the forest. Yeah.
Yeah. Guava Ridge.
All right. Which one is this one? If you remember.
Which one?
This one.
Where? Burdock.
Burdock, right. This one is
Well,
burdock.
there's a different color on this one.
It's more whiter.
The other one was like a purple.
And the leaf is a little bit more narrow than the other one. So you have different species of burdock, sir?
Really?
Sometimes the soil makes
All
a
right,
difference.
okay.
If it's grown on that shade makes a difference. That's why we say natural medicine is not very exact because the quality of the medicine is based on where it was grown, the type of soil it was grown in, when it was harvested. A number of factors affect the quality. Which brings us to, when we're harvesting herbs. So as I said that when we're harvesting herbs, we tend to use the moon phase, the moon cycle to determine when to harvest herbs. And people wonder if it's mysticism or if it's real. How do you know when to harvest herbs? Because what the moon does, the moon it has a gravitational effect on the earth,
Has its own energy.
and it has a gravitational effect on liquids or fluids. That's what happened. Remember, in the plant, what do you want from the plant? Is it liquid in the plant that you want? So what happened is that as the moon goes through the different phases, it has a different effect on the plant. So for example, when the new moon just comes out, do you have a lot of light or you have a small amount of light? Small amount of light. So the gravitational pull is less. So what happened is that if you're going to harvest herbs, you're going to harvest herbs round about the time when the moon is full.
Like now?
Yeah. Because when the moon is full, the moon is at its greatest capacity of light.
Mm.
That light has a gravitational pull
Oh.
on the menstruum or the liquid in the plant. So when we harvest herbs above the ground, we're harvesting the herbs for the leaves and the flowers. Good. Now, if we're harvesting the herbs for the leaves, because what happens is that the plant has what is called a phloem. It has a vascular structure. It has two main vascular parts in the plant. Right? So it has what is called a phloem and a xylem. It has one vascular part of it that brings fluid from the root to the leaves. And then it has another vascular section that carries nutrients from the leaves to the root. So what happened basically is that in the day, the plant carries the nutrients from the root to the leaves, where food production takes place, all the important chemicals take place, but all the medicine is present in the leaves. So when you have a full moon, what happens is that there's a greater gravitational pull. Not only is the plant sending nutrients up, the moon is also pulling that nutrient from the leaf.
So you get the maximum.
So you get the maximum. So we talk about dark night. Now, dark night, so we talk about the waxing and waning. So the waxing is when the moon is growing from lesser light to more light. That's waxing. Waning is when the moon is moving from more light to less light. Now, there are times when we need the plant. We need the part of the plant, which is the root.
So that you would do that in the waning.
Right. Because if you
Going
want the
down to the
medicines
ground.
in the root, then you want it at a time when the moon has a pushing effect. Because it's a pulling effect and a pushing effect. So what happens is that when it's pushing the nutrients down in the root, that's when you want to harvest medicine that during that time. Because remember, again too, when you're harvesting medicine, not all parts of the plant are equal in terms of the potency of the medicine. Good. The potency of the medicine is from the root to the bark, then to the leaves, and then to the flower. Right? So if you notice, if you're using a lot, if you're using the part of the herb, which is the root, then you have to be careful with the amount that you use. Because remember, there's a greater concentration of the chemicals in it, remember?
Yeah.
Right? Not only that, but because it's kind of harder to extract, you have to prepare it differently. So you have to boil it. That's the reason why you boil roots and barks.
But the thing about, we're talking about it when we're driving earlier, that boiling takes away the elements, the natural element of a plant. You're destroying it. So
No.
boil a root then.
Yeah, you boil the root because it's harder to get it's more fibrous. It's harder to get the material out. That's why you don't boil leaves and you don't boil stem. You steep those. You get me?
Yes.
So the root, so if most people who
Meaning the water move through all of them fibrous things and
Yes,
put the things back in.
yes. So when a person is making medicine, some companies, one of the stipulation is that you have to indicate what part of the plant is used.
Yes.
Because that determines dosage. Whereas you can use a pound of leaves for a particular medicine, you'd have to use a quarter pound of root. Because the one part is more potent, and you have to maybe use, if you use a pound of leaf, you'd have to use 2 pounds of flour. Because
it's much lighter.
As you go up, the concentration of the medicine goes down. So that's also very important because you may not get the same effect even though it's the same plant. Different parts of the plant carries different abilities. And so the time that you harvest it, so the best time to harvest herbs for the root is during the dark night. The dark night is from anywhere from the new moon to the full moon. But the closer you are to the new moon, is the better it is, because if you're moving to the full moon, you're moving to more light. If it is that you're going to harvest herbs for if you harvest herb parts above the ground, then you want to harvest herbs that are in the full moon. So you want to stay closer to the full moon as is possible. And so there are persons who think that it is superstition because it's actually very scientific. So for example, persons will tell you, oh, cut bamboo at dark night. What is the scientific reason behind it? And what is the scientific reason behind harvesting trees in the dark night? The scientific reason, we just spoke about it. Remember now?
It's less tough.
Huh?
Not as tough.
It's not as tough. No. If it's not as tough, because remember now, it's about the fluid. If it is,
Because it would have gone down.
right.
Ah.
So now what happens is that that's going to impact the insect life. Because when the tree is softer, it's easier for the insect to bore it and to lay eggs in it. So if it is that you harvest a plant during the time that was in the full moon, what's going to happen is that the tree at that stage had more sap in it. So it made it more, the insects are more likely to lay in it that time because they want, when they lay their eggs, the grubs that mature, when they come out, they can eat the soft tree. You harvest during it dark night, when the insect can't go in to lay, it lasts longer because when you cut it, because if you cut it during the full moon, what you're gonna find is that not long after, little holes start to appear
Because they're in there already.
because they're in there already. So that is the science behind it. So it's actually very scientific. It's not superstition. It's very scientific why that happens. So we want to find a tree that we can harvest the bark, and I'll show you how.
You
What's
use
the
the
proper
bark
way?
of the young.
Ilang, yeah.
Ilang, do you use the bark?
You
What do
use the bark. You use the bark at the, to make a tea. It's used. They don't mostly use. They use it for. They use it for. It settles upset stomach.
Is it using griping, the griping thing for babies?
I'm not sure about that.
Yes. Yes,
Yeah,
yes, yes,
Kalanga
yes,
water.
yes.
Yes,
Yes.
it's used for
Yes.
it's used for the
bark
stomach.
use for- okay.
Yeah, it's used for the stomach because it's help with stomach pain. So I don't know, but I know I guess they use it for babies, but I know it's used for stomach pain and it's used for inflammation as well. It's used for inflammation of the skin. Well, the flowers is used for inflammation of the skin. All right. Let us see what else we can find down in the shop. Right, anybody know this one? This is maybe one of Jamaica's most known herbs.
It smells strong. What's that? Almost look like a pepper plant.
Used for coal.
Coal bush.
Everybody has coal bush. Jackina. Jackina bush.
Jack in the bush. This is it.
Mhm.
Oh,
Mhm.
I hear about it, but I never know it's this.
Mhm. Yeah, so it's very good for coal.
So it's a bit warm, because in the sun.
Boy, you forgot the bottle.
And
Coal
everybody, we
bush,
spoke
Jackina
about
bush,
this one
yeah.
yesterday.
Coal bush, Jack in a bush.
The
You know this
Kalawala.
one? Yeah, the
But that's a
Kalawala.
different version. It
Mhm.
looks different.
No, it's just old.
Oh, really?
So now that we're going,
Kalawala.
now that we're going deeper down into the woods,
Yeah, which one is it?
Kalawala.
Oh,
It's a
yes, yes,
fern,
yes.
Yeah.
now that we're going deeper
You see
down
a
in the
lot of this in the east here.
Yeah.
It's better now to harvest now, but we go down. This one we call it sage.
Sage.
That's what we call it sage, but it's not sage. It's called this one is purple and you have it in yellow
Yeah, and orange.
and
Oh,
orange.
Yeah,
This
man,
is
usually use
Michael, what's the name of this one?
this one is
That
Lantana.
you were telling me about it
Lantana.
this month.
Yeah,
Oh, they get the
Lantana.
name.
Yeah.
Lantana.
Lantana. Huh? Which one is lantern? This one. You see, people make a use it for like a hedging at home in Kingston.
I think that looks like a hybrid doing.
So the yellow and the orange is the natural,
Yeah. This is one of my favorite herb, guys.
the chamomile.
No, this one.
Oh, cardio negro. What's that
Mm.
name?
Cardian Silla Negro.
Matico.
Matico.
It's good for gas. and
Yeah, it's
stomach.
good for the stomach.
I think topically you can use
Which
it for
one is that?
wounds too.
Yes, man. Yeah, this is Matico. We use it
Matico?
with the West Indian elm.
So
A
if I
stomach
wanted to
ailment.
use this topically, I would need to use the leaves properly, right?
Yes, yes, and it's very similar. It's on Cowfoot leaf come from the same Piper family. Yeah, so all the herbs in the Piper family, by the way, are anti-inflammatory. They're very good for inflammation. So we use
So
this.
I like me who are fat foot.
This is
Yeah, man.
this is the Matico.
Matico. So we use this with the West Indian elm.
M-A-T-T-I-C-L-E.
M-A-T-I-C-O. We use it for the stomach.
Matico.
Yeah,
Oh.
M-A-T-I-C-O.
I
So we
that
use
a
it for the
lot.
stomach. Matico.
And you say you use it with another one in
The
combination.
West Indian elm. Slippery elm, they call it. What is West Indian?
Mhm. Sorry.
Oh, somebody asked how we differentiate this between the pepper. Hold it, make us see if we can find a pepper elm. The leaves, very good question.
What was the
Because there's
question?
another one that looks like the Matico that is not Matico. We're going to see the color is different, the scent is different. You want to notice that the pepper ella leaf is wider and the vein structure is different. This is another very good example of a herb confusing somebody.
Okay.
Very good example because it's almost identical. So hold it and like we see the Matico, we might see another one. This one, all right. So here's another example. Somebody taste this one. Tell me what you taste.
You don't mind me inquisitive.
No, man.
Alright, I'm kind of enjoy the tour. You know?
Mhm,
Sweet.
mhm,
Wow.
mhm. Come taste it, now, man.
What's that one?
Mm-hmm.
I must say,
Lunch.
there's a native
Dessert.
man.
Mhm,
I'm familiar with that.
Oh man, this tastes good, man.
I learn more and learn more from you.
This tastes
Mm.
good.
Which one is this?
We call it licorice.
Mm.
Our
Oh.
drunk could be.
Mhm,
This is the junker bead.
mhm.
I'm not seeing a bead on it.
All right. This
Seed is very toxic, you know.
I
Very.
know, I know.
She used
Oh.
to commit suicide in India. So, it weighs exactly. They use it in as a scale because I don't know, but the seeds are it is one of the only seeds that is uniform in
Yes,
in
true.
weight.
Mm-hmm.
So they use it as to measure
I have some. I got
Sir,
some
this is
from.
Pea family.
each from the pea family.
Mm-hmm.
Again, now how we know the pea family?
What's that a good for me? Sorry.
This we use it for fever, and we use it for
Because there's a
what do you
lot.
think of them call the fever? What them-
No, man, catch a bit here because
We use it a lot for
there's a lot and it don't mix up with other
Um,
things.
the fever, measles.
Oh, Lord.
Yeah, man.
I remember
Okay,
second
so
from
the
that.
measles.
Very good for measles.
That mean, what's her name? Sequel.
Mhm, but-
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Mm, but remember, what are sweet herbs good for? Remember, the reason why you taste it is because you can taste it and it tell you what it do.
Yeah, true. I remember you saying that.
Medicinal purposes.
Mm-hmm. So when you taste a herb, it tell you what it do. Sweet herbs. What sweet herbs do, Michael?
Remember.
You don't remember neither. God no. I
Mhm.
try remember. So just tell me now.
All right, what's the opposite of a sweet herb?
Sour.
Sour?
Astringent.
Sweet herb is fragrant. No,
Bitter.
simple bitter. Fragrant. It's a simple bitter. No, fragrant.
You said a strain.
Mhm.
Strain is
All right, so that note we have to go back to it because
Yeah, going
It's
back.
a fragrant.
apart from identifying herbs, the next most important thing is to know the benefit of the herb based on taste. Because that's our ancestors. That's what makes this different from learning herbs are dry. It means that you're supposed to can go in the woods
I remember
and
you
taste
kept. Remember you kept
Yeah.
saying that.
Fragrant bitters.
Yeah.
Fragrant bitters.
fragrant bitters. Right. But one I don't know.
Oh, that's mine.
So sweet herbs help to break up milk tumors.
Oh, it's ready.
Really? So
Mhm.
it can be used for cancer.
Mhm.
Yeah, yeah.
Mhm.
Later.
Mhm. Very sweet.
Put that nice sauce.
Where?
Right up there. Nice and big.
Wow, yeah.
Huh?
Yeah,
Can I ask a question?
Yeah, man.
Alright. Like how you're right there. There's a herb when me and our next rasta brethren are trying to find out the purpose. The medical herbs. I love this thing too, you know.
Mhm.
We still a research because this is the way. That's why I'm gravitated to you.
Mhm.
Because this is the way everyone needs to go right now.
Right now.
Or like from 2 years ago, or 10 years ago.
Right.
I'm glad to see you at this. Are you a university teacher?
We run a school, yeah.
Really love this approach that is bigger.
Mm.
We still have questions for you too, you know?
Mhm.
Because me I research this plant. And you go down and show it. Really right.
Okay.
Oh, okay. When you come back, you can put that.
Yeah, man.
Guinea.
All right. So this is a herb. All right. This herb. We spoke about this one already. Anybody remember this one?
Yeah, we did. This is the agent. No, no, no.
Mm-mm.
Oh, Michael, come. What the one in name again? We saw it
So what's up?
Wednesday. I don't remember the name. I look back in my notes.
Michael, let me chop this out.
Michael, where is it?
And we could have just used this
So
opportunity.
the hell that killed the tree?
Eh? It will be a good time. Sorry for sure.
I tell them,
How to harvest the bar. So normally what I do is I will make an incision like that.
From behind.
Mm-hmm.
Make an incision like that.
Mm.
So once you cut here and cut here, you know exactly what part of the herb you're going to take off.
Is it dogwood, sir?
No, man. Oh, yes, man. So this one is West Indian elm.
Oh,
Oh,
okay,
that
that's
one.
a big one now. It's
Mhm.
the actual tree.
So this one is where you mix with the matico for the stomach problem.
Mm.
Combine this, you
Oh.
take out this here, so. And I tell you, it don't matter how the stomach problem bad.
So with the leaves
True.
off the mat.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. We can't have enough of this. We cannot have enough. If I put out like some medicine, no, we done by we finish make it done before we finish making because we owe people now back medicine.
Can I get a piece of it?
Mhm.
Thank you.
But this one,
So that means like people with like acid reflux and
acid
so.
reflux, very
Okay.
good.
And also,
What is that?
This one, so we chop it here, and we try not go round. You chop it like this, you chop it like
oh,
this.
just a
Oh,
small section.
So because it's not very sustainable to harvest barks, and you make sure you clean the machete or your cutting tool.
If you go around, you may harm the tree.
Yeah.
So it's easier for it to grow back
Right.
or heal itself there
Right.
from a small piece and take it the whole way around.
Right.
This one is what again, sir?
This is dogwood.
Oh, it's a mature dogwood.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's very different now than the
Yeah.
young one.
The leaves are much bigger.
Right.
so you have a medical product from the dogwood.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And we see it as toxic, you know.
No, man.
Because it, like normally one of the Asian tradition,
Yeah.
fishing thing,
Yeah, you throw it in the water.
you bleach it with the limestone,
Mhm.
and then you know,
Fish them soak.
so, yeah. So me always see it as a toxic thing.
All right, so when we're explaining yesterday about toxic, remember now? Smell it. Smell
That
it.
is what the
The dogwood.
dogwood, the bark.
Hmm.
Unique
Yeah.
to Jamaica, by the way.
Really?
Not found anywhere else.
Really?
Yes, endemic to
It's the
Jamaica.
same edging. No, no, no. The edging one is smaller.
Pisidia.
The fence
Forgot
is
what the side of
smaller.
it name. Pisidia something. But this is used for headaches and a condition called remember about neuralgia.
Mm-hmm.
This is what this is used for. So it's used to treat headaches, and you can mix it with the wild hops for persons who are having depression
Me
and
and my
all them
migraines.
something.
And this is consumption.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man.
So just put it to dry, and I can just break it and put it in the water and have it.
Yeah. So what I want you guys to do, as I said, what I noticed in a weekend is tasting. You have to learn.
So you want me to taste this back here now?
Yeah, because if you taste it,
Oh,
you
Lord.
can tell me what it
It
tastes.
smells bad. It
No,
tastes
it
bad.
tastes sweet.
Yeah.
Really? It's alright.
Yeah,
Taste it.
taste.
If you taste it, if you get too much, you make you vomit. So emetic.
No, I did that.
Yeah.
I don't need no vomit today.
How you deal with individual energy because the spiritual side of the plant work different. With
It tastes good?
individual Energy,
Mhm.
It's sweet.
as like,
It's funny
just
because
like
it
we
smells
like
so
these herbs already, we get
Sweet.
bitter. It smells like it would bitter.
Not as sweet as the licorice.
Yeah, because
Oh,
herb
that's it,
because
that
the
was sweet.
energetics. That's what we're talking about.
Yeah.
So when we talk about the taste of the herb, what we're actually talking about is the energetics.
Yeah.
Or see seeds them of the energetics, you know.
All right.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
So that's the same.
So when you talk about the herbs, we talk about herbal energetics.
John, what's that? The junk of
Janka B, the
Janka
licorice.
bean.
Very toxic, you know.
If a man a beach, you put her know it.
Yeah, man.
Where you do with it? Oh,
No, we
pies
just
name.
get a piece of
I'm
two
not
before.
I'm not here as a
Just
daily
pies
in a
name.
class,
Yeah, man. But it's in India, a lot of people use it to commit suicide. So we don't want.
How many seeds?
I didn't know that all these years. Never know.
But the
Enough to
tree,
know,
but the
enough
tree
to know.
itself, but the tree
We don't
itself
wanna
is
know.
Come here, the
How
dog
many
blood.
seeds?
How many seeds?
One seed is very toxic.
Yeah, man.
Okay.
No,
One
no,
seed
no,
can
this is not
kill
the dog blood. This is the other one that used to work with the dog
it's
blood.
inflammation. But if you know this grows a red berry,
Red berry.
so we
Yeah,
use
yeah,
this. We use it for pregnancy. Women who find it difficult to get pregnant, this is a herb for that.
Isn't that good for
Who at the
painful
back?
menstruation?
Don't need that one.
We pass one up
Painful.
here so that it's good for painful menstruation. I see it again. It slipped me in.
So the dog blood is not good for painful.
Yes, man.
Yeah.
But there's
dog
one
blood
herb.
is good.
It's called cat's tongue.
Cat's tongue.
Yeah,
We
man.
didn't pass it up there.
It up there. I'll show you. All you have to do is take it before the cycle actually begins, and you have no pain.
Okay.
It's used
So the
also
same,
to
the same
induce,
cat's tongue.
like
that
if
was
you
out
when
by,
a woman pregnant,
is the same
and if you
cat's
go
Like
into
tongue.
a
source
baby,
farm?
Source farm?
Cat's
Like
claw.
cat's
We just say
Oh,
cat's claw up there.
Okay.
Question, my brother. Is there two types of dog blood?
them call that a second type, you know. They call that dog blood too, you know.
I don't wonder because somebody are telling about a feminine and a masculine one.
One type of dog blood. Ravina humilis. I don't remember the scientific name for this, but I have it. I have it on my list. I have a list of about 500 medicinal Jamaican plants, but we're looking at about 120 now, right? But this is good. It's used by the Maroons.
Male and female.
No, this is used for the females. For the male, we have one. I should show you. Let me show you one good for sperm count. The man who have low sperm count. Are good for that. Let's show you.
So what this one good for? No, a male. You know some of the things.
Oh, Damiana. It boosts sex drive.
So what about sperm count?
It helps with urinary tract infection. too. Once you have a yellow flower, most of the time, urinary tract. But they're good for the kidney. Not so much the prostate, but the kidney.
What the effect in an overdose?
You might pee a lot.
That's a good thing. That's a good thing.
So the only thing with but the only thing with that is that if you drink a lot of water, like you can pee out your electrolyte. And then let's see if we can find. Oh, dead end this now.
No man, Pablo goes on the road that connect with Spring Garden, one of the one road, but you don't have to get bush up.
Okay.
So like I did on the tour, you can also go down a little bit more because there's a lot more herbs and then there's a historical site down at the bottom.
Oh yeah, so we'll get bone. We'll get bonus.
Yeah man, it's always good that you are interesting to can see as most of the meeting don't know it. It seems to be it's a building that was constructed. And it don't seem to be in a Palgo time, it seems to be before that time, like ancestors, you know?
Like a great house.
Yeah. So I always have I'm a tour guide too, and one of my intentions to develop this year
Yeah, man.
as a
herb trail.
Palgo tour.
Yeah, man. You make a good herb trail.
It's a trail.
Yeah, so this is-
walk tour from here to over Spring Garden.
The John
Okay.
Charles again.
after a while, them parties in a few, but at the same one. So
And
them
everybody know this. Only Aquarius, you know this?
Check back your help her. Okay. I'll show the tired.
no problem.
So this is graviola or soursop.
Okay.
So this is actually one of the good essential medicines. It's a relaxant. So it
nerves
relaxes
too.
the nerve. It's a nervine, sorry.
Yeah, it is.
It's a nervine. So it's a sedative. It's a mild sedative. Helps it with relaxation. And it has some chemicals in it that attack cancerous cells.
Yeah, it's a big thing now.
Yeah.
Worldwide,
It's
in
very
cancer.
good. Almost no
This and the
cancer
fruit.
medicine should be made without this.
Okay.
This is a wild coffee. Never use it, but I don't know what I use it for, but wild coffee.
And the beer seems interesting because it have a beautiful look, you know?
Yeah,
What wild coffee, yeah, man.
Yeah, man, it seems like something to do with it. Need to experiment that, you know? Most I would create it and not show up the beauty. So
come on, all of them. And as I'm telling you, if you taste it, the leaves, remember, the whole idea, our ancestors learned herbs by tasting them and observing them.
Sir,
huh?
the fencing.
That's Glorosidia or fence steak. Good for high blood pressure too.
Which one?
That plant,
That
the
plant,
tall
yeah.
one.
Oh. What that one name?
Growing steak.
What?
Glorosidia.
Yeah, it's
Item called grow steak.
A grow steak, yeah. I saw that one yesterday.
So we start to the bird up more.
Yeah, no.
What bird?
High blood pressure.
Yeah.
Doc, what is the growing steak good for again?
High blood
It gives you high
pressure.
blood pressure.
This is enough for the junker bead. For the
Alright.
plant.
This
This is
looks
enough for the
like,
beads on the ground.
most likely one of them.
Oh, murder.
and
The bird out this again.
Everybody know this one.
The bird out this stuff. Back again. Alright.
Yes,
one
yes,
is- Yeah,
yes.
brother.
It's coming
It's
all the
green,
way
really,
down.
Really dark green.
Yeah. And this is also edible for persons who have
No iron.
low on iron and low on vitamin B who are suffering depression. Very good. It's sweet. It's you eat it tastes like molasses.
Maybe that's why me just naturally, cause me just naturally drawn to herbs, you know. Me just something. Yeah, so it's
Yeah,
like the little
this one,
sweetness in it.
Yeah.
Me just like
Go
to
on.
And
chew on
this
it, you
is
know.
made with fern. Everybody know this
Oh,
one.
I love me.
But what's that good for that?
Sorry?
Good for this.
It's I don't remember the scientific name,
That
but it's
grown out of
guango.
guys
Guango.
inside.
It's
Okay.
the
Made with
what you
fern.
call
And
thing.
Cortland.
Yeah, the root
fruit
is
from the
also good for
gango.
the ear.
Maiden fern.
For the hair.
Yeah.
This is maiden fern. So what is it good for?
Skin.
This is
Oh,
wild
it's good
hook.
for the skin. Hold on, sir. Hold on.
This is actually a vegetable again.
Say the name again, please.
Wild hook. Vegetable again. So we pass one I want to show you. It's called insulin weed. For type 1 diabetes. Let me show you. Insulin weed. It looks like
Yeah, give me some. I forgot that.
it looks like reminds you, it looks like the
The devil horse.
devil horsewhip, but it's actually called insulin weed. And it's
Oh.
good for type 1 diabetes because it provides the body with insulin.
Okay.
I look out for it. It just that you know.
And it's not.
Oh, that's not it. Okay.
Mm-mm.
What's that
I
for
don't-
them?
This one,
This is nice and pretty. It's underneath all nice and deep green there.
And shiny.
Which one is that?
He didn't say the
It's a
name.
small tree.
yeah,
One that would have looked for the female.
yeah, smaller one.
You can see the oils in it.
But it's not
That's a
vegetable
shiny.
and it's used to make furniture.
I'm saying you can see the
Why?
oils
Wait.
in it. That's
Mhm.
shiny.
Shine. Okay.
You mean the
My
waist?
ones use it to make baskets.
Wicca.
Wicker, they use it to make the bone part.
Are this are the wicker? This? The dry thing? Which part of the wicker? This?
Yeah.
This?
Mhm.
Yeah.
You have to put
Yes.
it
They look
down
like
and
color.
dry.
Look.
Yeah. Wicca.
Oh, interesting. Hold it there. Oh no, I want you to hold the.
Oh, this.
Yeah.
Camera, yo. You hold
Come
on
in.
to it.
Wicca. All right.
Wicca man.
Mosquito running.
All right. What's the next one?
Deeper down the go, you might get more.
This one, wild hook. See it look like
Oh
color?
yeah, I did.
It's a vegetable too. See the amount of food we pass come down here? People are supposed to
And it's
hungry.
very nice, you know.
Yeah, man.
When you mix it out with the color,
Yeah, man.
very, very
You never
nice.
eat
Oh,
it
you
before?
cook it?
Yeah, man.
Yeah, man. Very
Good.
nice, man. It tastes better than callaloo.
Better than
Eh?
color, yeah,
I
man.
need to take it home with me then. Well, what you
Here.
call it?
Wild hook.
Or cotton bar.
Fatten
You
bar.
know, something like Fatten Barrow though.
Yeah.
It look like
I
it, but
know.
Fatten Barrow can't run. Fatten Barrow don't run that high.
Oh,
Fatten Barrow
Okay.
grow lower.
but look the same.
Look the
You know, when
same,
I'm looking at when I'm watching some African shows,
man.
as I'm eating something like this.
Yeah. It tastes good, man. It tastes really nice.
Is it this too? Down here?
No.
Yeah.
Oh, this one? Yeah, that's
Mhm.
it. That's it.
Oh.
That's it.
I can't. If I break it, I can't catch it. It can't plant.
I don't.
Okay.
Unless you have like a root thing, like root catch.
Oh no, I don't. All right, my cat, sir.
Another important point that I want to raise is nearly all the plants growing here, if you notice, all the variety of plants are within a limited range. And then the same time we start repeating ourselves.
Mm-hmm.
The further down we go, we're going to see that start to change. Because what happens is that, as I've said before, which is one of the reasons why I believe in teaching local herbs. Because the diseases that will be common to the people of a certain geographical location will be the herbs that grow in that area, what they're responsible for. You know, so nearly all the ailments, and if you do a study on all of these herbs, they are pretty much going to be responsible for a certain type of ailment. They won't go outside of a certain range. Like, you know, see the cowfoot leaf here again. Most of the herbs that we're seeing so far are inflammation. No, that's lemon. The big tree, but that one, yeah, I'm cutting out. That's lemon. That makes one of the most powerful pain oil. Oil for pain.
Is it lemon balm?
You can mix the lemon with it, but the cowfoot alone is good for pain. That's another medicine that we can't have enough of it. It doesn't matter how much you make. As we make it, it's gone.
What, the cold food?
Yep.
These people always have
That's
pain.
how you know a good business, because if you're gonna start out as a practicing as a herbalist, as I said, don't try to do everything. Just find one thing to do and be very good at it. So you could start your business by making medicine from cowfoot leaf. So
All of us know we need cold food.
everybody,
Come
let me
to
tell you something,
Sharon.
man.
Mm-hmm.
Man,
That's like I say.
Yeah.
All we know we need cold food medicine. Sharon.
Of course.
Aye.
Because guess what happened? Everybody at some point in their life will experience pain.
Oh, that's a must.
And there's nothing that motivates people to get better than pain. That's why the pain is the body's last resort to tell you that something is wrong. So usually when the body is telling you something is wrong, you don't respond. The body does not stop pushing the limit until you start feeling pain. Because it knows once you start to feel pain, you're going to respond. Yeah, we look at this. Yeah. So this is Duppy gun, or we call it Jamaican ginseng. So the root is an aphrodisiac. So we have some of this already.
Yeah, man.
Want a second one?
That the one that pops in the water.
Yeah.
Which part of it?
All right, 6. Huh?
Which part of it?
The seed, the dry seeds. When you get the dry seeds and put it in water, I think we have one dry seed can test it.
Yes, up there.
Yeah.
Like you have it.
All right, this is nordweed.
Say the name again, sir.
Nordweed.
What's that for?
It's good for inflammation, good for cold, good for belly ache.
Almost look like the lantana.
Nordweed.
What's the name, sir?
Node.
Node.
Node. Nordweed.
Mosquito.
Some have nice fat meat to feed us.
You know more after something teach?
Yeah, man. Come look here.
Language. Most of the herbs. Alright.
Oh, mushroom.
African.
Wow.
Turkey tail.
This name for a teach first.
You what?
The
Your
name
name
for
for
the
the
plant
teacher.
are these English language, African dialect, are where they it is in English.
In English, but
What is the African or the native
The
name?
origin.
Jamaican name, because what happened is that when our ancestors came to Jamaica, and I was
See the
saying too,
mushroom?
Yeah, I
that
just took a picture.
if you notice from St. Thomas to Negril Point,
You see the mushroom?
the
Right up there, that
spirituality
white,
in
yeah.
Jamaica is arranged from St. Thomas
Plant you're talking about.
to Negril Point,
No, mushroom is a
which means that when they were coming for slaves in Africa, they found that not all slaves were equal. Some slaves were more valuable than some. And who are the most valuable slaves? If you captured a priest, a priestess, or the son or the daughter of a priest, they had more value than a regular person. Because what happened is that priests have herbal knowledge, they have medicinal knowledge. So what happened was that when they started to take slaves from Africa, they would pay more for the slaves that were priests, sons of priests, or chiefs. And when they took them, they brought them to St. Thomas. So that is the reason why the first hospital in Jamaica was in St. Thomas. That is also one of the reasons why most of the medicinal herbs are in St. Thomas than anywhere else in Jamaica.
Oh, that's
So
why
the
you-
botanical
that's why
garden.
you can put down your clinic yourself.
Yes. So the botanical garden, the first botanical and the oldest
Oh, my
botanical
bad.
garden
Mhm.
in the Western Hemisphere is in St. Thomas. Because
bad.
when they brought breadfruit to Jamaica, when Captain Blight brought breadfruit to Jamaica, it came to St. Thomas. Because the first institution of medicine was Bath Fountain. That's where the first hospital was, you know. So medicine, when all the other slaves wanted healing, they would come to St. Thomas. Which is why after so many years, what we find is if you look at the practice of what they call obia, the concentration is in St. Thomas, then Portland, then St. Mary, and the further down you're going to the east, it gets weaker.
Oh,
Because
really? Wait till you get to Vera.
no, because the concentration of the priests, because remember, you couldn't
okay.
separate the spiritual healer from the physical healer. In our African context, a spiritual healer and a physical healer is one and the same. Because it's almost impossible for me to teach the physical properties of herbs and not teach the spiritual properties of herbs. If you begin to learn the spiritual properties of herb, it's almost impossible for you not to use it, which is why we talk about bath. When you talk about bathing or bathing a person, you are using the spirit of the herb. So for example, there is one practice of herbs where in order to heal the person, you would let the person lie down.
Careful.
And you would
Don't touch a pot.
yeah. Oh, Bonud?
Yeah, man.
You would basically pass it over the person, or you would use it to brush. So you're using this energy from this to ward off the negative energy that is in you. That is what a bath is. A bath is using the energy of the herb to neutralize negative energy. And if you know how to use it you can also use it to invoke negative energy. You understand? We call it. Yeah, man, this is a bonod. This is a
What
catch
is burnwood?
Huh?
Burn you.
I hear you, but other than burn you.
No, man, if you catch your skin,
It burns.
it's like somebody throw hot water on you.
All right.
Yeah, it's not just burn like bad fountain heat, you know. You gotta look like somebody light you.
Like roast breadfruit.
Like roast bread.
Scorch you
Rub
up.
off your hand on your.
And you
on
not
your
feel
front.
it
Until
you
days
not feel
after.
it days after.
See, you see
Are
some
you
bump come up.
serious?
Yeah, man. It's like when
What's the name?
we call it
Burnwood.
burnwood. So if you're into bush, you have to know that because if you chop that, you know,
Okay, let me look at
Wow.
it.
you're kind of dark.
You will see more.
Kinda
you
look
will see
like
more trees
cedar.
as well.
Sit there.
Like we can pick it up amongst all the
And
books.
what you could dedicate them to about, remember you was on the topic of spirituality.
Mhm.
You name all of the other aspect of the spirituality except the protection side.
Yeah, because that and by the way, that was the reason why. Because here's the problem. Here's the thing. That was the reason why Obia became illegal. The British were fighting a war for over 89 years. Imagine Jamaica fight a war for 89 years and eventually after 89 years we win. How did Jamaica fight a war for 89 years and at the end of 89 years the enemy had to surrender? It was because of our knowledge of herbs. It was the knowledge of herbs that we use at protecting us. When they saw that they couldn't beat us, they made it illegal to access the knowledge.
Right.
And so because of that, what is happening now in Jamaica, there is a great repository of Jamaicans. Because remember, this man, as him said, how do you know that you're a healer? And I did a presentation, how do you know that you're a natural healer? Jamaica carry a high concentration of healing repositories.
Yeah.
So when you find his great-grandfather was a healer, my great-grandfather was a healer. Remember, the DNA, because back in Africa, for him to be a priest, his father would have to be, it's a lineage thing. So when you find his lineage crossbreeding with my lineage, what you have is a high concentration of people who just know that they have a natural tendency to do something, but they can't understand. They have a passion, but they can't understand. It is because the healer inside their DNA is calling out to them, which is the reason why we do this course. The purpose why we do this is to find those descendants and to put them on the right track, because there is a great need that is coming. Just like how that understanding of herbs protected us and allowed us to live for 89 years and win the battle that is coming now, there needs to be a resurgence of those capabilities, because we're in a time coming when, as I say, you notice, one thing I try to make note is the amount of food. Yeah. When for example, there's a plant up there, the dogwood bark. When you take the dogwood bark and go and beat the river, and when you look the whole of the fish, them just so you're hungry and you don't have hook and line and you want a fish to eat, they just find one area and pack some stone and dam the water and just take the plant and beat it.
So you just drunk them then?
Yes.
Oh, that's
And then just
poison.
float.
Oh, okay.
And you just catch them and eat them.
Eat them, okay.
When the British saw that, they thought it was magic.
Ooh.
When you get
It
herbs,
is magic.
when you get herbs
Right.
like boregum and throw it at the water and the water turn red like blood, they say, why? Them people are powerful. Dangerous people them. So Obia is really African technology. So what happened now is that it's okay for Western, because TikTok is Obia, you know. YouTube is Obia. Facebook is Obia. All of these modern, what we call them, modern application of ancient knowledge is witchcraft, but it's in an acceptable form. And it is being practiced by the Europeans who are dominating us. But when the knowledge that we have that we don't understand, the religion of the slave master, which is Christianity, tells us that this is wrong. We've never tested it. We never tried to prove it. We've been taught to stay far from it. Now, if you stay far from something, you're going to understand it.
No.
If it is wrong and it kept us alive for 89 years and allowed the enemy to surrender after 89 years, I don't think it's all that wrong. It could be all that wrong. Maybe it's because they made it illegal and we stopped practicing it and we end up in this position.
Strong.
the heart and the mind.
Yeah. So I would say to somebody, just like how TikTok and Facebook and YouTube can be used for evil, for good. It's knowledge. It's a tool. This is a machete.
That's how
I
we
can
use
use it
it.
as a tool. I can use it as a weapon. You know what I'm saying? So the knowledge that we use, that they could understand, but it was being used against them, and they tell us that it's not wrong. Mark you. Just like how YouTube and Facebook can be used for evil and good. It's the same way the knowledge can be used for evil and good. But the thing is, we use it mostly for good. And some people use it for evil. The same, any herbs that can help you can kill you. You know?
Listen, when you use it and how you use it.
That's when you use it. and how you use
Moderation.
it. So the whole principle of Obia being illegal and Obia being, we have to take, I believe we have to take a second look at it, because when you begin to look at it, what I think you're going to realize is that on a cellular level, on a spiritual level, you're going to realize that you identify with it. I'll give you an example. Christian background you are from. If you hear African drum in your body, have to move.
So,
Why is it that a person of a particular denomination will hide and listen to Masagada? The drumming and there's something,
The energy.
the energy. You might not believe in it, and you're past one congregation and you hear that rhythm and you hear that beat.
Even if you're not moving, but you're moving your head.
You have to move.
But you know what's funny? As you talk, that nobody a glow. That frequency come from your voice tone too, you know.
Yes.
You see when you attack, or you think we reach us. All right.
Voice
I have
pull
under
you?
storage. I have under storage and I have this long banner that I do the church. I do fair church. I'm a visual artist also.
Okay.
So I do 3/4 right up with a long banner, maybe about 20 foot long. The 3/4 finish the thing, you know. I'm a paint the Jesus Christ. Just sketch him out. But every year when I paint it, I have a problem. We can't see a white color in my head. I have to paint it in my
image
and put black span into but make them accept it. But from a 3/4, I can't finish it. I'm telling myself, I have done nothing. Nothing I'm gonna get it. And your frequency, I thought, I think I'm phone it up, you know. I think of the people, because some people purchase a piece of land out there. So I think of them come and say, nice people that come live over here, right? Like, and you know, again, you know. And your frequency does have that. That's that drum in there. When me just tell my view, I say, your education, you know. Because that's so me for that.
Yeah, man. And that's the thing about us. So there is a what they have found is that the melanin, the dark complexion, it's a hormone, but it allows us to have a higher repository of generational information. You understand what I'm saying? That is the reason why to get every other race, you need the black race. So then prove it now that you can't get in a race. So this knowledge is something that we have to dig it up back.
It's amazing me touch the TikTok. I'm sending off a video a couple of days ago. I showed them about the wonderful unification of spiritual knowledge and TikTok. So when me see the readers and all different kind of spirituality I come up, some dangerous one and some good one, I say what? But this not dangerous. TikTok good, but it's dangerous.
Yes, man.
Because if one man can have this much knowledge, can you imagine what I go on?
Yeah, man, because they're using it to collect data, to collect information.
Yeah, but I'm a teacher as well.
Yeah.
All I have to do is just know you.
Yeah.
Now, me see all of you present. You know, I go past the man again. So we can always be a brother and sister in any situation. So, knowledge-wise, physical-wise, anyway.
All right, so as we start to go down now, anybody know this herb here?
Yeah, what 2 5 parts, everybody else behind you.
And this a Paul Bogle all trail, you know.
Mm.
I walk and it's the same walk them walk, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Looks
Down
like
there,
apple
so used to be
tree.
the village.
Okay.
Yeah, man, down there, so the village is there. No, it's how I used to live.
It looked like a button. No, no, it's a button. Show button.
Oh,
It's still purple. Yeah, man, I hit man. Show button. Show button all this year. Yes. Show button all this year. The astringent.
Which one is this now?
sure
Sure
button
button.
Addis, yeah.
Sure button.
Mhm.
What is this for?
And astringent.
It's an astringent. And it produces a berry that is very high in vitamin C. And it produces some purple berry.
Oh, I see the flowers there.
Huh?
You never know them could have eat.
Yeah, man, they can eat. Show button. In them show button are this year. Very invasive. So the leaves can't eat, you know. Leaves are vegetable too.
Okay.
When you said the sure button you saw then?
It's an astringent. You can use it and cut to help the heel cut. And it helps you think about astringent. Any type of excess fluid where your body are produce, it arrests
So
it.
inflammation.
Mhm. And this is Pavana. We know as Croton.
Yes. Dr. Sebi used to talk a lot about protein.
Yeah, Pavana it's a laxative. Very powerful laxative.
Dry or green?
Dry.
Dry.
The seed, the fruit,
I've never seen fruit.
and it can burn up your skin. Yeah, man.
This is what you call the fruit?
fruit. They'll burn up your skin.
Oh.
Don't trouble those. Don't trouble
So
that.
how you come up with a dosage for this that's not toxic?
All right. How do you come up with that dosage that's not toxic? Remember I said that every plant that they tell us that is toxic. Remember the whole concept of medicine and food. You see, just like how
when you're eating it and so.
Hmm?
Like when you're up there and you're talking about the wax and wane and when you eat.
right, but none of that. Remember that if a vegetable is a herb in its nutritional state, then very poisonous herbs are just herbs that you have to use very low dosages of.
So when we
Very low dosage. So you get a grass low. So the reason why it's poisonous is because you use too much. That's all. But it's not really poisonous. It's medicinal if you use the right dose. So all foxglove, some of the most poisonous herbs, hemlock, water hemlock, some of the most poisonous herbs that are on earth are medicines when you use the right dose. You understand?
Mm-hmm.
And if you use too much, it becomes cytotoxic. It becomes toxic to the cells. Just like the pavana, not the pavana, the one, the fern, the
Kalawala.
kalawala. And there's another one called wormgrass. There's a herb called wormgrass.
Mm-hmm.
That is, if you take a small amount, it get out every herb, every worm. But if you after it get out the worm, you don't get it out, it kill you.
so you have to use something else after
Laxative. Just like the
But sir, sorry, I don't mean to cut
Mhm.
you off like that. But you categorize it as a laxative as well.
which one?
The
Worm.
wormgrass. You have also categorized it as a laxative.
It's a mild laxative. You have to use a
Mild
strong laxative with it.
Okay.
Because when you take it, if you don't get it out, it kills you.
Which one is that?
They call it wormgrass. If Miss
Spigella also.
Spigella antilmenta. Mhm. So even the name antilmentic, even the scientific name suggests that it's a worm killer. Yeah. So you have to know to use just like the same fern, the root of it, it gets rid of worm. But if you don't flush it out, it can kill it.
Yes.
I don't see no contact at all.
Semi-contact is safe. You can kill. Alright, know this one? No, it's not. It look like an no, it's not. It look like a necklace. It's not necklace.
No man, good. Good. Yeah. Thank
Sorry,
you.
so the herbs are actually changing now. We're seeing some different ones
Yeah,
in
they
this
change
area.
now. So they're changing now. Again, too, I should tell you
No, no, but
that there are some herbs that don't grow where people live.
Oh,
There are some herbs in Jamaica that don't grow nowhere where people live. They grow far away from people. Once people move, they die out. Those are, and you know this one, it's leaf of life already.
mm.
This
Leaf of
is-
life. Good for cold.
you go down first and just pull the shoulder and come down.
Girl, how you gonna come back up?
Yeah, it's very nice to put on, you know, but it's very interesting to read. You know?
Yeah, put it interesting.
So I got a question, Doc. Going back to the toxic and the doses. So the only way to know would be like you said, to go off of herbalists that already got the knowledge, or to do your own clinical trial.
Yeah, so they only call standard dosage. So the standard dose for adults is 1 ounce, 1 teaspoon or 2 ounces of oil. I don't see how much difference there plant, but we see already. Okay, here we go. Uh-huh. All right.
No, we stop. We've stopped.
Oh, there's no Spanish for you.
Go on, lunch on the way, though.
Oh, more burdock.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I think your friend is on.
I don't know if you can see anything different.
Oh, so we can turn back here then.
Have you seen that pure fancy?
You want one? Wait, where's the Ponciana, sir? Oh. Oh.
No fancy.
Yeah, this fresh.
Yeah, you see the stain?
Yeah, yeah.
And there's more up there.
And there's mango down by my farm.
Where's your
And
farm?
different,
Oh, the other side.
they drop down.
Okay.
Yeah, Doc, look here.
And a piece of salt. Turn off?
Yeah, this seat.
Should we turn off?
No, man.
Let it go. Okay.
All right, this. I don't know this. This?
Teacher, simple.
Nerves relax like to sleep.
The nervine.
Oh, okay. The taste kind of
One look
you
like
know, having a
cow foot.
taste.
Nice.
Can I turn it over? Let me see.
Oh, velvet tea, velvet leaf.
Yeah.
Let's hear about it. But as I said, when you practice herbs, I would love to see
Michael,
Yeah, what's it?
sir, can you cut this for me,
One
please?
minute and go.
Can you cut this?
No,
I don't want it here.
Okay.
Thank you.
Just because it's a part, I would have liked to sit on my tour. Anybody come beside, I would have liked to sit on the camp. You want that?
Lunch, guys.
You just get another one. In here, so you want lunch.
Oh,
You want it?
no, man, it's fine. I was just gonna take it up. But...
No, but you have
No, I'm not taking it. I was just gonna get it for whoever wants it.
All right, got a very good plant here. Smell it.
you said. You got it real.
Remember, as a son, my father used, as a child, my father used to have a book down, all the way down by the bottom.
I can't connect it to anything though.
Beer, banana, plant, cane.
All right, this herb
Michael, smell this.
is good for pain. It's good for rheumatoid arthritis.
Oh, yeah, that's me here.
Good for lupus.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It's good for toothache. Toothache plant. Toothache. Prickly ash.
Prickly ash. Okay.
This is a famous prickly ash.
Look at some other pathway when we're walking.
You know, let's see if I find a big one. I make a taste of that. None your mouth, like cocaine. You know what type of chemical in it? Found in
It's good for toothache and what else?
yeah.
Yeah,
Toothache and
it's
what
for
else?
pain.
I'm not sure.
Sitting pain. Pain.
Prickly ash. Oh, really?
Mikey, come back.
I will know this one.
What's this mushroom
This is
called?
chaga. Chaga.
You know what? We're going to be careful, go back.
No, man. Come on, man. Somebody just carry my bag.
You know
Maybe
this
that's
like
what's
that?
Go back.
Chaga.
Chaga.
Oh, I was still also.
Yeah.
That's like a fungus.
Yeah, it is a fungus. Chaga mushroom.
A lot of nutrition.
This is the one that's good for
So
memory.
we said-
For
we
memory
said
good
can
for.
Good for, it's an immune modulator. It's good. It's good for stress. Like people who have cancer, people doing chemo.
Yeah.
That help them body to. It's an adaptogen. So it helps the body to adapt to stress.
Really?
It's
We
really
should know that
nutritious,
tonight.
too.
Taking a picture?
Yeah, it's very
Hold on.
nutritious.
Anybody
here.
taking a picture?
Yes. Take
But is that good though?
Hmm?
To adapt to the stress?
No, I mean, it make your body deal with the stress. So
Not immune to it.
no, it make your body.
It cut it.
Yeah,
It cut the anxiety.
yeah. It manage it.
Yeah.
Make your body
Alright.
manage the stress.
Okay.
What's the name again, sir?
Chaga mushroom.
Come back.
I'll come in.
All right, drop it in my bag. Drop it in my bag. You can put that on top of it. I got you then.
Wow.
A medicine to this one is this is
It look like oyster mushroomy. Sort of.
So when you
But it's
get
a
back,
edible.
Yeah.
No, I'm fine, man. The one with the
Sir,
pores
too
and
brave.
everything. Them poison.
Really close, but the only thing is
I shall not be tasting it.
And let me tell you something. You see these?
Yeah.
These are, it's like, this is what they use to create the internet. The knowledge of this.
Mycelium.
Mycelium.
Oh, those are mycelium.
Yeah, mushroom. Mycelium is in everything. And it's like all the internet, a computer is connected with the internet.
Mhm.
This is what connect all living human things.
What, the mushroom?
Yeah?
Doc,
Hmm?
expound upon that.
All right.
Is that microbes?
Yeah, it's like mycelium, every single plant. All right. See, I'm eating it now. All right. I had a spiritual experience when I ate this for about 12 hours. They call it the foods of the gods. And what it does, yeah, not this part in particular, but you know, they all contain similar compound. When you eat it, when I ate it, I don't know if you explain it.
You were explaining to us tonight that you could
Yeah.
find the source of the water. Your
Yeah.
spirit travels.
Yeah, it took me out of my body.
Outer body experience.
Or it bring out the spirituality in all living things, so you tap into a different.
It connect you with
Yeah,
everything.
connect you with everything.
Everything. It's
You
a
can
connector.
hear like the plant that breathe.
Yeah, man.
Ah,
Mm-hmm. So when I
That's
ate it,
powerful.
I got connected to, I remember I got some water to drink. When I put the water in my mouth, my head went through the cup, into the pipe, to the fountain where the water came from, and I saw the spirit that was in charge of the water, and I saw all the different, like a whole ecosystem of living things, like a whole world in the water. If I touch you, as I touch you immediately, I start to download everything on you. Even if I don't even touch you, if you just call your
From
name.
close
Right.
proximity.
No, once you mention the name, once my brain got latched onto something, it just
That
Give you all the knowledge
dwelling.
associated
all the
with
knowledge
it.
associated with it.
what the
So, sir, so, sir,
Where
so you're saying the mycelium mushroom,
Mm.
this is not the psilocybin mushroom.
No, mycelium is all mushrooms.
No, the effects we are talking about.
No, psilocybin is like a type of mushroom that has higher certain chemicals, different for certain things. You know, but I just ate a piece of this a while ago, and I had a flashback a while ago. Just ate piece.
the group the organic group that I'm in, they produce it enough. They do mushrooms.
Which
It
one?
is-
By about Source Farm.
Yeah, man.
Oh, yeah, we know so.
Yeah.
Nicole.
I'm a part of the group.
What do you mean about Dr. Ben?
Now, I forgot to tell if Nicole ever see a picture of me, she just a laugh.
You
Yeah.
hear your name?
You hear the name before. Yeah?
Mhm.
Israel.
So you come to the Source Farm already?
Regular.
Yeah?
Regular.
Yeah?
What the?
Yeah, man. This is a part of the UG, man.
Oh yeah, Mike.
You're part of UG, my
They
group.
got
I
a
never see it at the
you got
museum.
Netflix.
Which one? In Kingston?
No.
No, up there.
Okay, I was gonna say
But
they got a
always
new
get it.
documentary.
No,
all
more
about
to say
fungi,
always.
talks
There are
about
times where-
mycelium in detail.
But few
Pretty
times.
cool.
I mean, and all depends on what them are talking about. Because it's
Okay.
concerning me.
Okay.
Because if me not go to the market for a period of time,
Mm.
it's like me have to go re-enter. So sometimes them attack marketing. I was supposed to be there, but me I said, so. Long
Oh.
time me not go. Them attack
Oh.
about present situation.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
I got you regularly, man.
I mean, you want to.
Now flashback.
Glendale, do I know me?
Check piece more on a flashback now. Chip in here.
OBE. It's nice and cool.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah, man.
I wanted piece more of this to cover my changa.
Okay, guys, design the right way now. We must turn the corner. Straight, we must go. Yo! Oi! Guys!
the road, park in the road.
Park, left or right?
And on this side, you know, when I see a shot, you shot it back to the middle. That's how we used to do it back then. That's how we do it at the present.
All right, now
Sir, this whisk, what is it?
cocoon. Called cocoon.
Okay.
It's edible too. The fruit is edible. Ever hear about? I can see any seed.
It looks like a sort of berry.
It looks like it's a brown seed. It's
Yeah, I passed it earlier.
okay, yeah. So this is actually the largest seed pod in the world. Pea pod in the world.
All right.
And where is that?
Sorry, guys, I'm blocking.
What's the name of this, though?
Cocoon.
Oh, this is the cocoon. All right. You always talk about this tree. Look almost like a thing. Almost like cotton tree.
Yeah.
Then you have this nature preserve the water.
Yes, man.
And you can feel the energy.
Cool. Just like water down there. So
It's a river. This river we used to bathe in it, washing it while growing up. But after a while, you find out that this river don't have it. It just appear out of a hill.
Yes,
And
yes.
then the community, but this river is
Hello. Hello.
jungle, all kind of things.
Yeah.
But yesterday don't see where it come from.
I'm not hear you properly. Say it again.
The road where you drive come in,
yeah.
and the left side come up, that's where it ends. So you don't see, there's no source there.
Oh, yeah, I can do a little something.
And this is the gumbo.
Mommy.
You can't get to it. You have to be tiny, like her size, to get to the little space.
Yeah?
Let me call you back. Let me call you back, sis.
If you stand close to it, can't be in there, you hear the water in.
Russian.
No, not rushing, you just hear. You know how water
Yeah.
sounds? You hear it and you feel the depth of it.
Catch it, sir. Mistake.
And by the way, this is a trail for Paul. This is Paul Bogle's trail. This is where Paul Bogle used to walk when Stony got where Paul Bogle
Church
used
is
to.
over the other side of the air.
Huh?
The church is over the other side. That's still out the Stony Brook.
Oh, so his church is over there.
Yeah, man. That's where his church monuments are.
Okay.
But nobody is still there. That down here used to be where people used to live.
So this is another dead town. Wow.
Alright, so actually, at the slave house, like you go after
Yeah.
Where? I don't see nothing. I see nothing.
Oh, I see.
So we have to be good.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm coming. I just want to see the building. So this building here.
Foundation.
Yeah, look at the cut stones. Goodness. Look at what they used to. Oh,
Side around the front, right?
oh, so this is the side.
Yeah, side it. This is the curve. No, this is not structure that no man now like. I do it. I need to the money.
Okay.
And it's 3 arches.
There's some more mushrooms.
No, nothing about this.
But nobody knows who built this. And look at it, man. It's all built.
And look now, this is the interesting part that interests me.
Because
This
this one
book.
suspended.
And then it seemed like it locked the arch.
Yeah, because
And it creates as a crown is a symbol. This is a symbol to show like a crown. And you'll see this crown design in the next part around here. So.
wow.
And this, you see how broad it is? So the tree root they're growing out, but still can't break it down. So the stone themselves. So we call it a slave walk. So this is the next arch here.
But the architecture, the amount of, they didn't have modern things in there.
No, they don't have that. And there are some other structures, but not all. So it's like a whole settlement.
Is there a river up top?
Used to be already left.
And this look like an aqueduct
There's a next
to
one.
carry water down.
Yeah.
Because this was not a road, you know. This look as if it was an aqueduct. So it wasn't a, because if you notice, when you go inside here.
Oh, I think I see one guy on this.
And
Ponds are at the size of this tree.
all right, it's
Yeah.
top to
This
reach.
tree,
This one different from the one I'm showing you, my brother. Go past one, and the next one they do the
Yeah.
all my life I want to preserve this here. I chop it and make it as
You should go to ACIJ, Institute for Jamaica, ask for Dr. Kirk Henry.
okay.
He's one of the new there, and he's part of Communal Church.
Okay.
So he will relate.
Okay.
Well, I can give him number.
So this is the color one. The one that you
yeah, Fattenbach, the Wylook.